What if everything you think you know about the World Cup is only half the story? Because behind every great tournament, there are moments of pure magic, hidden cracks in the foundation, and decisions made in boardrooms that can change football history forever. For over a century, the FIFA World Cup has been the most watched sporting event on the planet. Nations stop, wars pause, billions hold their breath. But today, we are going to explore a question that millions of football fans around the world are now asking out loud. What if the 48-team World Cup turns into a complete disaster? The 2026 FIFA World Cup is unlike anything that has ever come before it. For the first time in history, the tournament is expanding from 32 to 48 teams, an increase of 16 nations, making this the biggest format change since 1998. With 48 teams and 104 matches, it promises to be bigger, more inclusive, and potentially more unpredictable than ever before. On paper, that sounds like a celebration of global football. But beneath the excitement, some of the sharpest minds in the sport are raising serious alarms. And the real question isn't whether this tournament will be bigger. The real question is, will bigger mean better? Or will the World Cup we all love quietly fall apart? To understand just how radical this change is, you need to understand how carefully the World Cup has grown over the decades. The first World Cup in 1930 had just 13 teams. By 1982, it expanded to 24. In 1998, FIFA settled on 32, a format that produced some of the most iconic tournaments in football history. The group stage became a battlefield. Every point was sacred. One mistake, and you were on a plane home. France 1998, South Africa 2010, Brazil 2014, each delivered drama and intensity. The 32-team format worked because it was ruthless, it was lean, it was honest, and now FIFA is changing everything. The idea of expanding the tournament was suggested as early as 2013 by Michel Platini and again in 2016 by Gianni Infantino. But opponents argued the expansion was driven by political concerns. Opponents accused Infantino of using the promise of more countries to win his election. That accusation has never fully gone away. FIFA initially planned 16 groups of 3, a format critics condemned as a serious match-fixing risk, arguing final group games could lead to collusion. After years of debate, FIFA settled on 12 groups of 4, with the top teams and the 8 best third-place teams advancing to a new round of 32. The match-fixing concern was addressed, at least partially. But the deeper problems? They remained. So let us examine one by one why the biggest World Cup in history could also become its most controversial. Risk 1. The quality problem. Critics warn that the tournament will experience a decline in overall quality because weaker teams will be added. While surprises are part of the charm, too many one-sided matches could make the group stage feel drawn out rather than exciting. Risk 2. The pressure disappears. Part of what made the World Cup special was how little margin for error teams had. One bad game could end everything. With more teams and a longer format, that pressure might ease, and not in a good way. Risk 3. Player welfare. The modern football calendar is already packed. Club football barely leaves room to breathe. Adding more matches only adds to that load. It is not just about fatigue during the tournament, but how it affects players across an entire season. Risk 4. Format confusion. The best third-place teams rule can get confusing for casual fans, the very fans FIFA claims to want to attract. Risk 5. The logistics nightmare. The 2026 edition is spread across multiple countries with heavy cross-border logistics and climate management pressure. Here is what analysts are saying privately, even if they won't always say it publicly. The 2026 format is likely a curse for the purity and dramatic simplicity of the traditional group stage. We are losing the clear-cut, all-or-nothing jeopardy. The magic of the 2014 group of death, where a single goal could simultaneously end the dreams of 4 nations. That specific tension may never fully return. The quality of tournament qualifying and the tournament itself will be deteriorated in return for extra commercial income. Critics argue this extra revenue is not necessarily needed by an organization that already holds billions in reserves. To be fair, and this documentary must be fair, the expansion is not without genuine merit. For dozens of nations, this is a historic opportunity. Countries that have spent generations coming so close now have a real chance to compete on the world stage. New football stories will be written, new heroes will emerge, new billions of fans will feel the World Cup belongs to them for the first time. The expansion represents a necessary compromise for the sport's global future, a massive blessing for development and representation. The question was never should football grow globally. The question was always, at what cost? The final verdict will probably come down to experience rather than theory. If the schedule works and match quality stays high, many early concerns will soften. But if transport, heat management, ticket access, or player fatigue become recurring problems, the criticism will grow louder very quickly. The 2026 World Cup could be football's greatest ever celebration, a true global festival that no previous generation could have imagined. Or it could be the moment football's most sacred institution was quietly stretched too far in the name of politics and profit. History will decide which one it becomes. But the real question is, can FIFA protect what makes the World Cup irreplaceable? Before the whole world is watching and there's nowhere left to hide.